Yo YouTube, what's going on? AJ here, back at it again with another video. And in today's video, boy, Kuro Games dropped some news. I think this is the final bit of news, guys, and I believe the patch comes out tomorrow, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, and boom, we have 1.3. But I know something that everybody is always going to be interested for and is always a discussing point in this community are weapons, and especially signature weapons. And in today's video, we're going to be going over, is Shorekeeper's weapon worth it? Is it worth wasting? I won't even say wasting, because obviously you're getting the stuff that you want, but is it worth using your astrites on her weapon, or should you just skip and go for something else? I'm going to give you guys a 4-star option we're going to talk about. But if you like the content on the channel, make sure you hit a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for the support. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're trying to get to 5K. We're trying to be a top Wuthering Waves creator. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So as we click on the tweet, it says post lament. I don't know how to pronounce that. Weapon Stellar Symphony. I know somebody in the comment section is going to make fun for me or tell me how to pronounce it. Rectifier bearing an energy core that simulates the life cycle of stars, an infinite loop that originates from a singularity and ends in explosive demise. Well, that is a hell of a sentence, let me tell you that much. That is pretty enticing when you sell me on that. But the celestial derbies collide in thunderous rumbles, heralding a birth of a new star. So, and then we get Shorekeeper's weapon. Now this is the weapon design guys. Yes, 5-star rectifier, looks really cool. We're gonna get into stats and we're gonna talk about is it worth it in just a second, but obviously showing it off. 5-star rectifier. Then we go on the next slide. Now here's the interesting thing about Shorekeeper, right guys? You see that there is 412 attack on there, energy regen 77%. You see that's level 90 S1. We can go over the little thing, the Symphony level or whatever it is, increases HP by 12% when casting intro skill that heals, restores 8 concerto energy, and increases nearby party members attack by 10% for 30 seconds. This effect can be triggered one time every 20 seconds. Effects of the same name cannot be stacked. And then you guys see the ascension materials right here that you're going to need to basically get it up. Helixes, the tailored rings. So when talking about Shorekeeper's weapon, guys, and we'll just show it like this, right? This is a lot of energy regen. 77% energy regen, 412% attack is a lot. And this is a character that's going to require a lot of energy regen in general. So if you guys have been farming your echoes and you have the 2-3-piece energy regens ready to go, if you rolled some substats into energy regen multiple times, including the main echo, then honestly, I think you'll be good. Now, let's get into a deeper meta conversation. Is this weapon worth it? I think it depends. Now, we're going to go over the weapon, and I'll talk to you guys about the 4-star option. The weapon itself right now, when you guys look at this, obviously it's giving her increased HP, you know what I mean? It's giving her and your party members attack buffs as well. It's giving a ton of energy regen, but the only way I justify you pulling on this weapon and getting it is if you're like, hey, I have Verena, I don't really have a good weapon for her, or I have something that's like S1 or whatever the version of this game is, you know, one copy of that weapon, the 4-star one, and you're like, hey, I want a long-term investment. You're not locked in Tower of Adversity, right? So then you coming over here and grabbing this and rolling on this weapon makes real sense if you're going to pull on that. But I would say, and I would advise anybody too, is look at this as a long-term investment. Support type characters like Verena, like Shorekeeper, when they come out, this will generally be a stat stick that you can utilize, you know what I mean, and you can pull for. So if you're looking at it from that perspective, you have the pulls to do it, then go ahead and do it. The cons are going to be, and we'll get into one major one, is that you don't, unless you're a whale right now watching this video, whales are good. You guys can spend on whatever you guys want. If you're not a whale and a light spender, I would advise not spending on the weapon. 2 cons, number 1 being Camella's around the corner if you want Camellya. I know we're going to get a lot of pulls, but you guys never know what could happen. You guys could lose a 50-50, and hopefully not. I hope you guys all win the 50-50. If you lose out on Shorekeeper and say you really want her and you're going to go all in, then hey, you go all in and then you may miss out on Camellya. You know what I mean? And then I know Kuro's giving us a lot of pulls, so you got to scavenge that and get ready for her. If you win on Shorekeeper early, you never know if you lose on Camellya and then miss her out. So it really depends on you. The other thing now, and I would recommend, is I believe it's called Variation, the 4-star weapon that is going to be on one of the banners. I believe it's going to be on these banners, guys, these weapon banners. If you have Variation, which is the 4-star energy one, and someone correct me down in the comment section below if that's not the name of that rectifier, that 4-star one, if you can get multiple copies or even some of them and, you know, get it to whatever this is, like 3 copies, 4 copies, whatever, if you can potentially even get it to 5 copies, right, then you really don't need this Stellar Symphony weapon, because the Stellar Symphony gives you 77. That one, it gives you around 50 something, maybe 50 on the dot. That weapon's energy regen does. So if you have that, and you'd be good to go with Shorekeeper, because if you have good echo rolls and then you have that weapon, you honestly don't need to roll for this weapon. However, your only thing is that you have in mind is that if you're going to pull for Shorekeeper's weapon, long-term investment, you know what I mean? But the downsides of it is that you potentially, if you do go all in on Shorekeeper, you over-invested, right? That means you potentially miss out on Camellya if you lose that 50-50 and don't get enough pulls. Variation is a very good 4-star option that you can use. I highly recommend, if you're a free-to-play or light spender, try to get Variation if possible. Although if you're free-to-play, I don't know how that's going to even work. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's a way to even get Variation unless you're really rolling on this weapon. I don't know if they're going to bring it back. I may be mistaken. But all in all, I do think if I was to give this weapon out of 10, like what would I rate it? I would definitely give it, not design wise, guys, I'm talking meta wise, I would give it a 5 out of 10, honestly, for Shorekeeper. I think the thing is, Shorekeeper is very simple and a free-to-play friendly unit for a lot of us, that she doesn't need her signature. She doesn't need a high investment. The only main reason I'm going to say it right now, if you made it this far to the video, that you guys are going to be pulling on this weapon, and I swear on everything, the whales, the light spenders, y'all look at this. Y'all see the butterfly, the blue design, the aura and everything that's given off. Y'all are gonna be like, yeah, but I have my Shorekeeper, and when she does those cool animations, I want the drip. That's literally the only reason. 90% of the time, most of y'all just want the drip. You see Narushio saying that's a lot of energy regen. Yeah, man, it is a lot of energy regen. The thing is, right, guys, is it's really up to you at this point. I'm just giving you guys advice. I'm not going to tell you guys, do what you guys want to do, pull for what you want to pull. I just gave you just the pros, and I gave you just some of the cons. But honestly, it's a cool looking weapon. If you get it on her, she'll be even better, you know what I mean? Do I think it's the good weapon? I think out of all the weapons that have came out, though, I would say this is the worst signature weapon in the game. That's just my honest opinion. But if you do invest in it, and I potentially may grab it, guys, only if you're looking at it from the standpoint of, hey, I want to put this on my Varina, I want to put this on my Shorekeeper, I don't have multiple copies of Variation. That's it for this video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down in the comment section below. Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Are you guys going to be pulling on this weapon? Hopefully you guys win your 50-50s on Shorekeeper. It's been your boy AJ. I'm out. See ya.